Hello, we're back in the Alps. Well, I've been here all the time. You've come to join me on a series of short videos, very, very short videos, that I wanted to do for you about stress and the midlife woman. So we've talked about all sorts of things. We've talked about the difference between men and women and how we deal with stress. We've talked about stress and the influence it has on your hormones, such as insulin and estrogen. We've talked about heart disease. We've talked about sleep. We've talked about exercise. We've talked about all sorts of things. I've shared with you so much already. Today, one of the big things I want to share with you is something that is just big in the news everywhere. It's kind of the new internet, if you like, in the health world. It's been kind of bubbling under the surface for a few years. I became aware of it probably about 3 or 4 years ago. But nowadays you can't read a journal or a book or a health document or turn on the television without hearing this word. And it's a bit like when you buy a yellow Mini, you see everybody else driving yellow Minis and you thought it was new. And this is going to be the same thing for you. Once you know this word, I kid you not, you are going to hear it on the radio and the television. You're going to be reading it in magazines, and it's going to ring a real bell with you. And this word is the microbiome. So the microbiome is all the bacteria, fungi, all those things that are in you and on you that particularly maintain our immunity. So 90% of our immunity is carried in our microbiome. So the gut microbiome in itself weighs about 2 kilograms. So that's about 4 bags of sugar. And there's a mixture, it's not really good and bad, but there is a mixture of bacteria that work together that maintains homeostasis or balance within our body. Our skin is our largest organ, and so we have a microbiome on our skin. It's in our ears, up our nose, in our hair, under our fingernails. It's huge. It's what keeps everything healthy and keeps us in a good balanced state. We are talking about stress, and guess what stress does to our microbiome? Yes, it puts it out of balance. So instead of having a good proportion between the so-called good and bacteria, actually what happens is it's shown, scientifically proven, that stress has an effect on the microbiome and causes us to have an imbalance. An imbalanced microbiome means that we are much more likely at risk of practically every disease. Everything from autoimmune, heart disease, cancer. It massively affects our weight. It also affects our things like we're in summer now, so allergies. You might have heard the expression, all disease begins in the gut. So if we fix the gut, then we fix the problem. I don't have time to go into the whys and wherefores and all of the details, but I will and can do a presentation for you, which I will put a link to when it's done under this video, so that you can go straight to that presentation and understand how our guts are driving our health. It's not about genetics. Even if you have been told that you have a genetic predisposition to something, you are much more likely to develop that disease if your body is out of balance. And having a healthy microbiome is one of the key things you need to do in order to increase your propensity to maintain a healthy body, and rather than fall prey to that genetic predisposition that you might have. The gut is such a big subject, but anyway, I hope that you've learned a little bit today. Join me again for another video in this series. In the meantime, like, share and follow, and I will see you the next time.